Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to this guide to stolen hearts on RuneScape 3. On screen right now is everything you need to prepare yourself for this quest, which is pretty self-explanatory, but feel free to pause if you need this. I'm going to get straight into the quest. Start the quest, go to the area in Draenor Village shown by the yellow marker on this map. You can get there by using a Draenor Village lodestone, or worst case, if you don't have that unlocked, you can use the Lumbridge lodestone and walk from there. Talk to Ozan and accept the quest. You ignore the chat options, open the trap door in the building to the west, and select the third chat option that says, "Let me in or I'll poke your eyes out." Talk to Khnum on the east end of the room and select the chat options right on screen. Go up the ladder in the southwest corner. Talk to Ozan and select the chat options right on screen. For his next part, Khnum is going to come out of the trap door and all you have to do is follow him, but without him knowing, so you don't want to be so close to him where he notices you. You also can't be too far, especially to the point where you can't see him anymore. Ozan will warn you if you're either too close or too far. Like I said, just follow him and adjust yourself accordingly. He will lead you to this fenced in area with a building in the middle. Enter that building. You'll get a cutscene, select the chat options right on screen. Exit the building and head directly south towards the water where all the people are. It should trigger a cutscene when you get close enough. If not, try talking to them. fight these 3 guys. Pick up the ransom note that they drop, talk to Leela, and select the first option that says yes. During the conversation, Leela will also give you a passphrase that will not be the same for everyone, so be sure to remember it, write it down, screenshot it, whatever. If you miss that part of the conversation, you can actually talk to her again to get the passphrase. Take Ozan to the entrance at Al-Kharid Palace. You do not necessarily have to walk. Ozan is able to use lodestones, so you have it unlocked. You can use the lodestone to Al-Kharid. If not, you could also use the lodestone to Lumbridge and walk from there, but do not use any other teleports besides lodestones. Talk to the palace guard blocking the door. Head to the crafting store just north of the general store. Go up the steps. For his next part of the quest, Ozan will follow you, and you won't be able to move until he catches up to you, so there's going to be a slight delay in between steps. Climb this ladder. Walk across the plank. Head south and slide down the awning. Go into a room to the north and walk across the washing line to the west. Climb this ladder. Cross these planks. Climb this ladder. Jump from the scaffold to the west. Climb down the rug to the southeast. Swing across the wooden frame to the west. Jump from the most western part of the scaffold. Bounce on the awning to the south. You may have to turn your camera a bit to see the wall that's next to you. There's some brick sticking out of the wall called brickwork. Climb up the brickwork. Click on the flagpole to southeast. Shimmy across the rope. You may have to turn your camera again to see the wall next to you. Attempt to climb up the brickwork to get a cutscene. Climb the brickwork again to actually go up this time. In the southern part of the roof, you're going to see a skylight with one of the panels open. Click on it to break in. Open the ornate chest to find a scroll. Click on the head scales to inspect and you'll get this interface. This is a puzzle where the solution will not be the same for everyone, but I can still show you how to solve it. But first you need to understand how it works. As you can guess from the name, this is a scale, so its purpose is to weigh things. The things you're weighing are those 9 little statue looking things at the bottom. 8 out of 9 statues weigh exactly the same, but one of them is heavier than the rest, and your goal is to find that one using the scale. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as just weighing them 2 at a time or whatever, because you actually only get to use the scale twice before you have to come up with a solution, so it has to be done a certain way, which I'll show you right now. Also, a quick side note, if you mess up during any part of this, you can actually right click the scale and choose to reset it. The first thing you should do is drag the first 3 statues to the left side of the scale and the next 3 statues to the right side of the scale. You may have noticed we basically divided them up into 3 groups of 3, and just to make it a little easier, I'm giving each group a name. Group A, Group B, and Group C. I'll come back to that in a second. The way you have to do this is through a process of elimination. The idea here is to load up the scale with as many statues as possible to help eliminate as many statues as possible. What we're doing right now is to basically determine which group of 3 is the heaviest. One of 2 things will happen when you weigh these. Either one side of the scale will go lower than the other side. The side that goes lower is the heaviest. If that happens, whichever one it is, be sure to remember which 3. The other thing that'll happen is both sides will go down to the same level, meaning all 6 statues that you currently have on the scale weigh exactly the same. In which case, Group C, the last 3 that you didn't put on the scale, is your heaviest group. So you actually have to hit the big green button in the middle to weigh them, so do that right now. Whatever your outcome is, just remember which group of 3 is the heaviest. So for me, both sides drop down to the same level, meaning Group C for me is my heaviest. Now clear out the scale, but do it neatly so you don't lose track of which group is which. Whichever group is your heaviest, you want to take just one from that group, it doesn't matter which one, and put it on one side of the scale. And take a different one, once again, doesn't matter which one, just one from that group, and put it on the other side of the scale. So, same idea here. Either both sides will drop down to the same level, or one side will go lower than the other. If one side goes lower, there's your heavier statue. If both sides drop down to the same level, your heavier statue is the last one remaining that you never weighed. Remember to press the green button to find out. Once you got it, click and drag the heavy statue into the bag to the top left of the interface. Place the weight on the Al-Kharid IBS display to the south to get a cutscene. For the chat options that you get for his cutscene, it's the passphrase that Leela gave you earlier that I told you to take note of. That's the only chat option you need to worry about selecting correctly. Everything else you could select whatever you want. After the cutscene, finish up the conversation with Osman, and that will be the end of the quest. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for future videos to come if you haven't already. Catch you later. Peace.